Yo, what up guys, it's Max here, coming at y'all with another market review. Getting back on the grind, doing these market reviews, trying to spread some knowledge out here. So let's just jump straight into today. Today's August 20th, and this morning we just dumped very violently. As you can see here, this is the 9:30 candle, and I stopped trading at 11. Let's jump into why I didn't take any trades. So I didn't take no trades because I didn't see a setup in current time. In hindsight, I do see one on the 1 minute right here for the 10 a.m. open. We manipulated higher, and then we just dumped. But to be honest, there was no fair value gap made in this leg, so I didn't want to take that either. As well as here, there was just nothing clean for me to take today. Another hindsight I see in hindsight opportunity was on the 30-second straight on the open 9:30. So go to 9:30 here. So we can see we opened. We had SMT with ES here. Let me just take ES to 9:30. So as you can see, ES did sweep all the highs. NQ did not, so NQ left these highs open, and ES swept those highs, and then you saw a harsh displacement out of it. So that would have been the only play I would have taken right here. Sweep on liquidity with the inverse fair value gap. Break even would have been right here, and we would have never touched our break even, but that's just hindsight. And I'm not really too confident right at the 9:30 open, but it was pretty clean in hindsight, of course. So those are the two plays. I mean, even the first one I didn't take anything, but this was the play that I would have taken, if any. But obviously that is me saying that. So my draws on liquidity for today actually was the London low, but it got there so violently on the 1 minute. I wasn't paying attention to the 30-second. I would have taken this trade, but we had took all these lows with the same 1 minute candle. I didn't just want to jump into this trade. I did trade with a sweep on liquidity with an inverse fair value gap with the first sell side untouched, so I could break even on the first sell side. If you guys are familiar with Dodgy's DD, that's his model that he made up, the break even method. So I did like this to London lows, but the way we just violently took everything, if I were to hop in, we can see now that I would have taken something like this, which it wouldn't have been a terrible play, but it just wasn't clean enough for me. $1,000 at risk there. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a terrible play, but I would have liked a break-even spot, and NQ took all the break-even spots on the 1 minute. So yeah, let's jump into this final hour macro, which would be 1050 to 410 over here. I did end up taking a trade right here. This was the only trade I took today, so I really like this. So 350 starts, that's when I start looking for an execution here. So 350 opens, and we immediately sweep all this liquidity here, and this plays down in one candle, and inverse this fair value gap here. From there, we had a nice break-even spot, which is that first swing low after the fair value gap. And I did go break-even here once we touched this line here, the swing low. Fortunately, the play didn't play out. It ended up going back to break-even, sweeping the high, and then distributing down. But since it didn't go on my first try, I just said, alright, whatever, I'll come back tomorrow. As you can see, it was very clean. We had a trendline liquidity here, so there's a lot of orders under these lows. ES did take it, as you can see here. ES took this low that I was aiming for, right there at 350. I mean, I was aiming for this unfilled 15-minute gap within the macro. I wanted it to hit by 410, but we just got stopped break even, so we just move on to the next play. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much it for me today. Didn't really have nothing else. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, I'd appreciate if y'all leave a like, comment. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. And yeah, that'll be it for me.